So, we barely had time to fully recover from the last crisis, but it looks very much to me as if another crisis is going to happen. And when I say happen, what I really mean is it's going to be created, it's going to be engineered, it's going to be artificially stimulated, in my opinion. Because if you look at plans that have been made by the World Health Organization and the World Economic Forum, they're trying to bring forward sort of this digitization of the human existence. And that involves the central bank digital currencies, which will basically bring an end to the era of independence of cash, of having control over your own money. So all of these plans are very clearly laid out. It's not like a conspiracy. You can see all the stuff on the internet for yourself, all the central banks across the world, and a tie-in with this with the WHO. So it's not like it's all plucked out of thin air. It's there to be found very easily. So how are they going to create a crisis? That's what they need in order to get people to agree to go along with this. You need the Hegelian dialectic, the problem creation solution type of scenario. So obviously the solution is this new digital currency and a digital world and a reset, the great reset that Klaus Schwab and the WF have talked about extensively, and various famous people in the public, King Charles, various politicians, etc., celebrities have all mentioned this. So it's not like it's sort of another conspiracy. It's not. It's all very much out in the open and planned, and you can read all about it on the World Economic Forum website. So, 3 scenarios I think are going to happen. One of them will be what they choose to do before the end of this year, because I think they're worried that things are all falling apart and they need to act sooner rather than later, because they may miss their opportunity altogether if people around the world continue to become less satisfied with the government, less willing to participate in all these social engineering experiments that seem to be happening. Particularly the sort of woke ideology seems to cause an awful lot of upset amongst people all over the world. It isn't popular. There's a few people who love it, and there's the media pushing it, but the reality is that I would say probably 90% of people in the world do not like this philosophy and do not want to have it shoved down their throats, and it's causing a kickback. So I think the heads of state and all the cronies in big corporations, the likes of Bill Gates and Soros, they're all panicking that this plan is not unfolding as they'd like. So one of these scenarios, a complete banking collapse, sort of total carnage in the markets and the economy, causing shortages, etc., etc. That's the first scenario. That's very likely. Another scenario, if that's not going to work, is possibly using one of the conflicts that are either in play or could be in play, particularly the Ukraine war, the kind of hostility between Israel and Iran, and the hostility between America and China over Taiwan. So any of these 3 scenarios could push us into sort of a war footing and possible nuclear exchanges or limited sort of conflict, but one that should plunge the world economy into disaster, etc. Again, need a great reset to get us out of this problem. And the third one is probably the least likely, something that's been talked about a lot lately, is UFOs and the possibility of a sort of fake UFO invasion and sort of a a sort of fake war, if you like, that would again plunge everything into chaos, ruin the world economy, and where we are back in the Great Reset situation. So, I mean, whatever one of the three they actually tried to roll out before the end of the year, the whole purpose of it is to create chaos, disaster, mass panic and fear, and getting people sort of run to their governments going, help us, you need to do something. And of course the solution is going to be the Great Reset, 15-minute cities, central bank digital currencies, social credit system, etc., etc., which has all been sort of planned out in advance, and they're just waiting for an opportunity to inflict it on humanity. If they do succeed, that will be the end of freedom for all of us. Anybody who speaks out against the government or against policies, etc., people like me, people all over the internet, on YouTube or whatever, Rumble, etc., who have criticism of the World Economic Forum, of their national governments, of woke ideology, etc., they will all probably be silenced by sort of taking away your ability to spend money, to travel, to live your life, by sort of basically capturing your financial freedom, so you've no ability to pay for anything or do anything, go anywhere, and you'll become a prisoner in your own home. That's a lot more easy than actually arresting people and locking them up. So, I mean, that's the preferable mode of controlling the population in the future for the sort of nascent world government. Gosh, I really hope this never happens. I hope people will stand up and refuse to accept this, refuse to accept digital currencies, refuse to accept sort of permanent IDs like RFID or tattoos, etc. People are so eager to give away their freedom in exchange for a little comfort, but in the long term, it's not just us, it's the young people of today, the young people who haven't been born yet, future generations that are going to suffer as a result of our inability to develop a backbone and stand up against this tyranny. And it is tyranny. It will be a world dictatorship if we allow it to happen. So that's pretty much all I have to say for now. There will be an attempt within the next 6 months to implement this. I am absolutely certain of that. I just hope that it will fail. And I hope that people out there will see it for what it is and wholesale reject it. That is the only way in which it will fail. If enough people in society refuse to accept it and comply, then it will fail. So that is what must happen. It must be stopped. Otherwise, it could mean no freedom for humanity for hundreds of years ahead in the future, which would be an absolute tragedy, and one can only hope that this can be prevented. Okay, that's all I have to say for today. Thank you for watching. If you liked it, please hit the like button. Feel free to subscribe if you like my videos and want to see more of them. Okay, thanks a million. Bye for now.